Second World War. The Second World War, also known as World War II, was a global conflict that lasted from 1939 to 1945. It was the deadliest conflict in human history, with an estimated 50 to 85 million fatalities. The war was fought between two major alliances, the Allies, which included the United States, Great Britain, France, the Soviet Union, and China, and the Axis powers, which included Germany, Italy, and Japan. The war began with Germany's invasion of Poland in September 1939 and quickly spread across Europe, Africa, and Asia. Some of the most significant events of the war include the Holocaust, the bombing of Pearl Harbor, the Battle of Stalingrad, the Normandy landings, and the atomic bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. The war ended with the unconditional surrender of Germany on May 7, 1945, and the surrender of Japan on August 15, 1945. The Second World War had a profound impact on the world, leading to the formation of the United Nations, the beginning of the Cold War, and significant political and social changes in many countries. Causes of the war. The Second World War was largely caused by the aggressive expansionist policies of Nazi Germany under the leadership of Adolf Hitler, who sought to conquer and dominate Europe. The Treaty of Versailles, which ended the First World War, imposed harsh economic and territorial penalties on Germany, leading to resentment and instability in the country. Hitler capitalized on this, along with the Great Depression and a desire for revenge, to gain power and pursue his vision of a Nazi-dominated Europe. Major battles and events. The Second World War saw many major battles and events, including the invasion of Poland, September 1939, Germany invaded Poland, triggering the start of the war. The Battle of Britain, July to October 1940, Germany attempted to gain air superiority over Britain in a series of aerial battles. The Holocaust, 1941 to 1945, the systematic genocide of 6 million Jews by the Nazi regime. The Battle of Stalingrad, August 1942 – February 1943, a major battle between German and Soviet forces that resulted in a Soviet victory. D-Day and the Normandy landings, June 6, 1944, the Allied invasion of Normandy, France, which marked a turning point in the war in Europe. The atomic bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, August 1945, the United States dropped atomic bombs on two Japanese cities, resulting in significant loss of life and leading to Japan's surrender. Consequences of the war. The Second World War had far-reaching consequences, including the death of millions of people, including civilians, soldiers, and Holocaust victims. The significant economic and social changes that occurred in many countries, including the rise of the United States and the Soviet Union as superpowers. The formation of the United Nations and the adoption of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. The beginning of the Cold War, which shaped international relations for decades to come. Overall, the Second World War was a defining moment in world history that continues to shape our world today. Military strategy. The Second World War saw a variety of military strategies employed by the different powers. The Axis powers, led by Germany, relied heavily on the use of armored divisions and mobile warfare, which proved highly effective early in the war. However, as the war progressed, the Allies were able to counter these strategies with their own use of air power, naval power, and large-scale land offensives. In addition to military tactics, propaganda played a significant role in the war effort on both sides. Governments used media and public communication to rally support for the war and demonize the enemy, often portraying them as inhuman or subhuman. Technology. The Second World War saw significant advancements in military technology, including the widespread use of aircraft, tanks, and submarines. The Allies' technological superiority played a major role in their eventual victory. Some of the key technological advancements of the war included radar, used to detect incoming aircraft and ships, giving the Allies a significant advantage in battles. Code-breaking. The Allies were able to intercept and decipher messages sent by the Axis powers, providing valuable intelligence. Atomic bombs. Developed by the United States, atomic bombs were used to bring the war to a quick end. Effects on society. The Second World War had a profound impact on society, both during and after the war. It led to significant changes in gender roles, with women entering the workforce in large numbers to replace men who had gone to fight in the war. The war also contributed to the civil rights movement, as African American soldiers who had fought for their country returned home to find continued discrimination and segregation. The war also had a significant impact on art, literature, and culture. Many artists and writers created works that responded to the war and its aftermath, reflecting on the themes of violence, loss, and trauma. The war also led to the rise of new artistic movements, such as abstract expressionism. Overall, the Second World War was a complex and multifaceted conflict that had wide-ranging effects on the world. Its impact is still felt today, nearly 80 years after the war ended.